Alright guys, I have been winning approximately 500 MMR in the last week, I think, and I just want to summarize real quick what changed in my attitude towards Dota and what happened. First of all, I have to say that I just started my semester breaks, and all of this happened after I finished my exam in this semester. So there's a huge amount of let's say, mental pressure that it was released before that. And all the times I've played Dota before have always been in the anticipation of the exam, of course. So my focus wasn't quite there. Now, of course, my focus is higher, but there's something else that comes with that focus that I've gained. What I have gained is the ability to not force things. Funny thing, actually, in my Greek study, we've been reading Socrates, and Socrates said that the wise man does not force anybody else, and the wise man is not forced by anything else. So he is just simply letting things happen, especially the things that are out of his control, and he's doing what he can do, the wise man, in order to benefit himself and the others the most. So what I have been doing in games is I'd simply do my job well, and I'm gonna need a couple of words to describe what exactly I need. So I'm playing mid lane, and I love to play Exort Invoker, as some of you know. I tried not to force any plays. I tried not to get a ton of kills in the mid lane, outplay the enemy like crazy, or do anything that is what you would typically expect if you are winning games. But if we look at my Invoker scores, for example, let's see. So this game was 9 kills, 4 deaths, 9 kills, 0 death, 14 to 1, 13 to 3, 18 to 4, a loss, but 18 to 3, 6 to 4, 4 to 4, okay, that was kind of average. But you see a couple good, really decent games. What I did, as I said, was nothing special. I just wanted to do my job well. This means I'm trying to last it well, trying to deny well, and I'm trying not to feed. And then I'm waiting for opportunities to do the correct things, and I don't try to force it. And especially, I do not try to go to other lanes and try to force anything there. Of course, if there is a gank that happens really natural, then you can go for it. But what I've seen so many times is that people try to do the right play, quote unquote, and even though their team is completely not on board, they still try to shove it in their face. And this mentality leads to the most absurd games that you can imagine. So imagine you are, let's say you are a legend player, and you're staying on legend. Everybody in this game, if you play solo ranked, has the same MMR, so it means that on average your impact is exactly the same. Now, of course, there is some variation each game, but this applies to you as well, so not really an excuse. If we say that everybody is skilled exactly the same way, we still realize that some things that teammates do are so incredibly stupid that you can't even believe it. And then you're wondering, why exactly is this guy legend just as I am? And the answer simply is that even though he might do some things really bad, there are other things that he's doing really well. And the balance of this brings him into the legend bracket, or whatever bracket you want to be in. Dota is very accurate when it comes to determining what rank you exactly are. So, what does this mean? If their average is legend, we want them to play just average. In order for us to improve, we just need to be 5% better than everybody else, and then we need a big enough sample size to play. So we need 100 games with playing 5% better, and then we will improve. So what we need to do is we need everybody else to just do what they always do. If, for example, you're a mid lane player and you're starting to gank your off lane, and this off lane player has never ever seen a mid laner gank, especially not in this situation, and not with these items, and not with these levels, and not in this scenario, then he will be faced with a new situation that he's never seen before. And immediately you make him play worse. If you ask your position 5 to run around with you and do some crazy stuff, then he's never done this before. He will feel uncomfortable, he will not know how to react, and even if you have the best vision in mind, the probability of you succeeding is pretty low because you bring people out of their comfort zone. Our job, in order to improve, is not to bring our teammates out of their comfort zone. It is to do our job 5% better than we did last game. And in order to do this, we try to keep the game as stable as possible. We just chill, and step by step, we're doing small things better. We're getting a little bit more last hits. We're pressuring the tower a little bit more. We are threatening kills a little bit more, but we don't do crazy moves, any special setups or smoke plays that are completely out of the ordinary in order to force a change. Long story short, focus on your own gameplay and do not do crazy things. Don't try to be the guy who solo kills everybody and just chases the kills. Play decently, play smooth, and do not force especially your teammates to do crazy stuff. With this attitude, we have the freedom to look at things that are outside of our control and be very relaxed about it. So if you look at your side lanes as a mid laner and you see that everything is burning, the whole house is burning and everything needs to be fixed, we are just chilling. There's a huge disease among Dota players where they think that they need to fix the things that are going bad. But this is not what we do. In Dota, we try to achieve a strength, we try to get a power spike, and then we leverage it against the enemy. We do not try to fix things that are going bad. We're not trying to fix lanes that are lost, and we are not trying to force things just to make it a little bit better. We are looking to play for our own strength and make us as individual as strong as possible so the whole group can be strengthened. Maybe this is something we can put into perspective for the whole life as well. If you as a individual are as strong as you can possibly be, you inspire others for greatness and you will make the life of other people way, way easier. Of course, Dota is a team game, but to be a team doesn't mean to take the duties of a team member away and just fulfill the role. It means to play your part as good as you possibly can. And this sort of mindset is exactly what you need in order to improve and to go forward. With that being said, I hope you try to implement this in your game and be very aware of the things that you forced yourself. Like analyze the game and try to see the impact that you had, the positive and the negative one. We want to be very aware of what our actions actually lead to. Cause and effect needs to be understood very, very well. And we need to have a simple and calm and forward-looking mind in order to have fun at the game and in order to improve. The last thing is, usually if people have fun at something, they are very good at it. And the reason is because they do it with an open mind and they enjoy doing it and they do it a lot. So if you do something a lot and you enjoy it, and ideally you have a feedback loop where you can get feedback of what you've done right and wrong, then improvement should be secured. All right, with that, see you in the next one.